we screwed up. I should say specifically I screwed up. I maybe explain to you the excuse, it is an excuse, and then I'll take any questions if anybody wants to have. We arrived here on Sunday. We had a system, we bought 3 systems with us, parts of 3 systems with us. We got one operating on Tuesday night. On Wednesday evening, we installed it in this now empty display case. As you can see, there's a base for one of the systems there, and the system ceased to function. So we spent, myself and 2 of the engineers, and some of you may have seen it was fenced off, and the air conditioner's off. We spent quite a few hours trying to analyse what the problem was. We stripped down the system, and what we found was that the friction in the system had gone to hell. So we stripped it down to core components, which was either alignment, it's a very simple system, alignment of the shaft or the bearings. The bearings are bust. Why they're bust, we don't know. We swapped out the bearings live, we probably shouldn't have done that, and we bust the other bearings we have. These are small watchmaker bearings. We have additional bearings. Additional bearings not here. One of our engineers is with our supplier at the moment with the additional bearings. However, we made the decision that until we have it operating, that we wouldn't try to put any more pressure on the engineers working on it. So we're deferring it. We don't know when we're going to defer it to. I'll make that absolutely clear. I want to equally say, as to that's a technical explanation, whether people believe it or don't believe it, I can do nothing about that. It's a statement of the truth. The reason this happened was because I had put a 3-day timeline to get this up and running. I was against the advice of everybody else in the company. Alan's the only other person from Steorn here at the moment. Against our engineering manager's advice, so I have to take this on the chin. I'm here, and I'll open up the questions. I'll happy to answer anybody's questions.
How long have you had it running continuously?
The maximum, well, here we had it running for probably upstairs for about 4 hours on Tuesday night before we've a small workshop. We bought some tools, obviously with some test equipment. So it was operating for about 4 hours on Tuesday night when we made the decision. We had 3 systems. This is actually the base of one of the systems. We made a decision to start the installation because obviously we had quite a short deadline. We installed the base and we decided to start the actual kind of installation of the unit into this box. I couldn't say specifically when, how, but it was probably about 4 or 5 o'clock on Wednesday. And I'm not looking for any sympathy because we don't deserve any. I certainly don't deserve any. It's a mistake. It's a mistake entirely of my making. That's all I can say.
Sure. Can I just say it doesn't feel what's in here?
No.
Is that,
No, I mean, the heat shouldn't affect the bearings, and I'm not going to. The only difference, it was actually very hot in here on Wednesday night. Whether it was hot enough to do this, I can't say. What I do know for a fact is that the bearings broke. The way that we tested that is that we stripped the system down to what you see there. We put the wheel in. We know the classic wind down time from 100 RPM is about 3.5 minutes. Just of a wheel, just a polycarbonate wheel with bearings, and we were getting wind down times of about 20 seconds. So we spare bearings, obviously we bought lots of spares. We started pushing them in, replacing the bearings in the system. In that we broke quite a few bearings. It didn't work. The heat is the only thing I don't have an exact reason why, other than I can tell you that it is definitively the bearings that failed. Somebody asked me earlier today, well, is friction such a huge issue? We had decided to put in, ultimately, the magnetic forces are obviously a function of the air gaps between the magnets. We decided to put in a pretty simple device with very large air gaps, which means no energy gains, simply because it's easier to balance the wheel. That is the situation. It's a mistake. I apologise to everybody. There's not an awful lot I can do other than take it on the chin. Yeah.
It's more robust version of this.
Sorry.
It's a more robust version actually did do the testing. And if so, why is it the one?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess the answer to that is, we don't have these rolling off a production line. Yeah, I mean, this is a prototype technology. We don't have 100 motors sitting in the office, ready to ship
So
somewhere.
there isn't a single robust unit like a concept motion application actually setting ways on a particular way of doing so?
No, I mean, the straight answer to that is robust. No, definitely not. No. That's the question.
And Sean,
Yeah.
the station as it stands has got a number of slots that can be built into it. Would they have magnets in them as the dummy, as you called it, a few
No, we were planning. Sorry.
Or would they be filled with those magnets for the demo device?
The configuration is incredibly simple, as you can see from the device. The principle of the failed demonstration was to show this in its simplest form, because there's very little places that we can hide batteries or do other things with it. We haven't achieved that. The principle of the slots are they're all at the same angle. We ran it upstairs literally in 2 stages.
Sorry,
Two.
What were their positions?
Probably not dissimilar. Probably not dissimilar to where that one is. The other one would be 180 degrees through.
So in the 4 hours that it was running, did you manage to get a bit of video of it?
No, we don't. I think I need to say something that obviously this has failed. This event has failed. It is a deferral. We will be back, but equally I have to recognise that we have lost what little confidence some people will have done. So as a company, we're going to have to do some other things in addition to redoing this demonstration when we're ready to do it. And some of that may involve videos and so on. So whether they're believed or not believed is ultimately a different thing. But I can't specifically say what we're going to do in addition to
disbelieve.
Sorry?
Something that I could disbelieve would be better than.
Yeah, I totally understood. And again, I'm not here. I'm not here in the situation that I want to be. I've put the company in this situation. I have to take that on the chin. The only defence that I can make, and it's poor comfort to everybody, is that if we were here to rig a demo, we'd all be sitting here watching a wheel spin, and that's poor comfort. But it is really the only comfort that I have at this point. It is a deferral. We're not cancelling. I don't know. We have taken the other two systems away. They're currently being worked on. When they'll be available, I'm not going to commit until they're operating effectively.
Sorry, was it working like upstairs and you brought it down here, it ran, it didn't run?
The system froze. So, I mean, yeah.
I was talking to a few of the guys around here and thinking of environmental issues.
Yeah.
There is some environmental issues inside this room as we stand, there's quite a few. And I was just also wondering if you'd be happy for a small group of us to get together and try and brainstorm some issues, problems, and if we can come up with some stuff, perhaps talk to you about it and see if there's anything we can do to get it going.
I'm quite happy, and it is the nature of who I am, that when there's good news to be had, I'm quite happy to take kudos, and when there's bad news, I'm here to take it on the chin. When there's advice to be given, I probably need. Okay, so I'm more than welcome to take it.
Well, I'll start a new thread in a second.
I mean, we did, it was very hot here. We weren't actually expecting it to affect the system. We just bought a couple of fans because we were working around here. It's not hot now. Whether the heat ultimately damaged the bearings, I can't, to be honest, we can't say definitively. What we do know is the bearings were damaged, and that is the reason that the system is not working now. On a technical level, the reason that happened was just simply the time frames that I allowed our guys to install it in, and I have to accept that, and there will be consequences for me for that, and I'm facing it.
You have a start stop?
No, constant. No, we don't have another system. Well, the question was whether we had a start stop device for this. We don't. We bought 3 of these what we call constant motion system filters.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you say you're deferring it, are you saying you now don't plan to do the demonstration? Are